Parents, there's going to be many challenges with potty training, so many challenges, and it's very, very normal. I'm hoping in this video to give you some tips and ideas on how to get through those challenges. Number one, your child, you might be ready, your child might not be ready. Number two, you might bring them into the toilet and they might want to run out of the bathroom. Number three, you might just have already put them on the potty seat and you just had them on the toilet for like 10 minutes and next thing you know that they're going in their pants and you just had them on the toilet. Don't get frustrated. It's just part of the process. The cooler and calmer you can be as a parent through potty training, the faster your child is going to be potty trained, because your child is going to react to how you feel inside. Accidents are going to happen, and it might happen during the process of potty training. It might happen a week after potty training. It might happen after you think they're completely potty trained. It might happen 2 months, 6 months, a year away. Accidents happen. It's part of the developmental process of children. The best thing to do is just be very, very nonchalant. Say, oh, I noticed that your pants are wet. Let's go in the bathroom and let's clean up together. The key here is together. You need to make your child responsible for their bodies now. Go in the bathroom, you take down their pants, you say, great way to teach a child. I'll do the left leg, you do the right leg. I'll take off your left shoe, you take off your right shoe. They need to be in the process of the accident. Then you give them a piece of toilet paper, you say, I'll wipe the front, and you can wipe the back. I'll put my piece of toilet paper in the toilet first. You can put your piece of toilet paper in the toilet second. You have now taught math. You have now taught concepts of left and right. You have now taught first and second. Always go from a teaching perspective. It's the best advice I can give you. Be positively reinforcing and just make it a very nonchalant situation. Please don't say, you bad boy. Please don't say, you bad girl. Please don't say, what did you do? As nonchalant as possible and as positive as possible. You might end up having 2 or 3 accidents. Probably that's all, because the child is going to feel the support that you give them. And it's a lot of lessons to be learned here. Great lessons. Do not embarrass your child. It's just part of life. You might have these big expectations for your child, and you might say, oh my goodness gracious, I'm just going to be able to potty train. I'm going to have this done in 24 hours. And it might take a little bit longer. But I can honestly tell you, if you totally set up consistency and you are in it for 24 hours with that child and you positively reinforce, the potty training will be much smoother. So you need to stick with it. Have the expectation that it's definitely going to happen. And give that expectation and that support to your child. And mom and dad, I really hope you don't feel like a failure, because they might be doing very well in daycare. They might be doing very well with the nanny. They might be doing very well with the babysitter or with grandmas, but they're not doing it at home. That's very typical, and that's kind of an expectation that might happen, and that's going to be okay, because in time, sooner or later, they will be doing it in their own home. Every single person interacts with a child in a very different way. And children are more apt to do things for other people than they would for their own parents. But in time, I promise you, no child goes off to kindergarten without being potty trained. And you need to manage your own expectations in front of your child. That's the most thing. Your child will know if you're on board with them or not. And don't, please, just get upset if they just don't want to sit in that toilet for as long as you think they should sit on that toilet. The first time might be a half a minute. Within time, they will, when they're fully potty trained, they'll get on the toilet, they'll do what they need to do and be off like all of us do every single day. But give your child some time. Expect that it's going to take a little bit longer than necessary. That's all part of toilet training. Stay positive, mom and dad. That is the most important piece. Your child is going to be looking up at you, and when they see that smile on your face, that is going to give them the initiative to keep on going, and they're going to so much want to please both of you. So keep on smiling through the whole process. And sometimes, mom and dad, it just might not be the right time. It just might not be the right time. And it's okay to say, we're not going to do it for now, we're going to do it at another time. And it's okay to check in with your teacher at school to see how that's going too. So sometimes it's just not the right time. And as a parent, do not frustrate yourself, do not frustrate your child. It's just a very good time to probably take it and do it probably in 4 weeks from now. When it comes to training boys and girls, it doesn't matter. I have trained so many little boys and so many little girls, and it's all about who the child is and if the child is ready to be potty trained. But I do say, if you want to be successful with boys, dads, are you listening to me out there? You need to start them sitting on the toilet. They're not going to stop by standing up. So if you just sit them on the toilet the same way you would do a little girl, trust me, I promise you, Dad, in time they will be standing up. But let them get the process down first. Thank you so much for listening to my tips about potty training. The most top 3 things I can say is stick with it. Consistency is so very important. Positively reinforce your child. That is so huge. And as best as you can, keep a smile on your face. He or she is only 2 years old, and they're going to be looking up that smile. And every time they see you smile, they're going to want to get so much more success in potty training just to please you.